Hello and welcome to another update video about Ripple XRP. I haven't covered XRP for a while, but yeah, we are now in a at least short-term uptrend, so it's probably worth taking a look. We have obviously with XRP, it has taken a while really to get moving again, and XRP hasn't really made a new high after April 21. So lower highs, and currently we see some movement again. And this really is very similar to what we did back here in October. Yeah, if you look at that. And we also did a very similar price move. Yeah, you can also identify an ascending trend line here. We had an initial peak, then we came down, very similar, up and down, and then we moved up. And yeah, this could be potentially the last move up before the last capitulation. That is still what I primarily expect for the crypto market. Yeah, as draining it can be to hear that all the time, but I have to stick with it, and until I really see a confirmed breakout to the upside, for me that is still the most likely scenario. And for me, this will only change above $1.02. You can see that horizontal resistance line there. That is for me a very critical resistance. And as long as we are below that, for me, the potential for another price drop is still higher probability than not. Yeah. However, on this channel, we are prepared for both scenarios, and two of my buy orders triggered in the area that is close to my target area there, between 38 and 56 cents. Yeah, so two already triggered. Both buy orders are in profit here for XRP. And if you want to see my buy and sell orders, then check out the channel membership. If you're interested, you can find then the buy orders on Discord. But more generally, it is all the philosophy about starting to dollar cost average in very close to that buying area or that target area. And I can't tell you when to buy, but that is just my personal strategy. I had my target area there defined since November or middle of November. We did reach it. Yeah, and for me, that was then all achieved, all reached, all happy. You know, it made its lower low, its clean ABC correction, which is so important. Something that Bitcoin just hasn't done yet. So you can see in that ABC correction, you typically need that wave C to end lower than the wave A. And from here, we could say that it has fulfilled the minimum requirements for the correction, which doesn't mean it couldn't come down even lower. Downward potential is certainly still there and even quite likely. However, it has fulfilled the minimum requirements, and nobody of us has a crystal ball, and therefore we just have to go with probabilities. And for me, it would down here, especially in this area where we say, okay, the target area is the area where with the highest probability that the price could turn around. You know, for me, it was clear to start to buy there. So that's what I did. And since then, to be honest, we have already seen it's just from that higher, the top level of that resistance of the target area, we've already moved up 40% or 45%. So that's quite decent, but it's far away from that what I would like to see in my crypto portfolio. You know, I'm looking for a 10x or whatever, and that will only happen after this correction is properly finished. We haven't finished it yet, or maybe we have finished it, but we cannot see a confirmed breakout. I want to see the breakout above $1.02. And then I will be much more confident in saying that we can move to new all-time highs. The next target for the next major wave up, which would be that wave 3, because this year was a wave 1. We're now in a wave 2. Maybe completed it, probably not. The next target for that next major wave up will be between $3.11 and $4.93. So $3.11 is really the absolute minimum. Yeah, I would say more likely higher. Generally looking here in the short term, we can see that XRP is moving on this ascending trend line. As long as that is the case, this uptrend is in place, and we can even see that this could be an ascending triangle, which again is more likely than not to break to the upside. But what I have to tell you here, what we are doing here currently doesn't look very impulsive to me. It still looks fairly corrective, okay? But nevertheless, as long as we are here in this short-term uptrend, we are also moving higher, and we are coming close to that 61.8% FIB level at 87 cents. That will be certainly the next key resistance. We already failed to go through it here twice. This was a fake out, and here this is on the 8th of February, we failed as well. So really, yeah, really looking forward to that decision moment here when we approach that 87 cent level again. I'm pretty sure we are going to test it. Yeah, we are heading further towards it, and we're now moving here in this ascending triangle pattern, which is actually more likely than not breaking, to break to the upside. That is typically what these patterns do. An ascending triangle where you have a horizontal resistance level and a horizontal resistance and an ascending support level, yeah, pushing the price basically higher. We're also above the 20-day moving average here in orange, and if we take a look at when we're now on the 2-day chart, let's put on the chart the EMA ribbon, and we have even moved above the EMA ribbon on the 2-day chart and tested it from above. Now that is pretty bullish, that is pretty good. We're already above it on the daily. We even had a long signal here on the daily, and as we had that long signal, we also pushed much higher. So it's generally looking quite good. We're still far away from being overbought on the daily, and I still think we could definitely get to that 87 cent level. And I can't tell you now if we are breaking, but if we break this level, then I think the next target would be logically to move all the way up to $1.02. That would be the first step to complete that correction really, or to get some more confirmation that the downtrend could already be over. So yeah, we are above this ascending trend line, which is a good sign. We are above the EMA ribbon. We had a buy signal. All of that is good and positive, and the MACD had also its bullish crossover. Again, in this case, the MACD bullish crossover was a good sign, and it basically predicted further price moves to the upside, which it did and does so often. Very interestingly and very importantly is here this weekly MACD. This is going to cross bullish, most likely. This is a huge signal. If this is happening as well, then that could be an immense buy signal. That is, of all the cryptos I cover, I think the only one that currently gets a buy signal on the weekly. So that's extremely bullish. It's looking good, generally, the chart, but I want to see that confirmation in the price action and just move above that $1.02 level to be much more confident. Also, I find it very unlikely that XRP will decouple from Bitcoin, but nevertheless, looking at the indicators and so on, it is looking really positive. We've got an ascending triangle. We've got bullish crossovers on various indicators. We still have scope to the upside on various momentum indicators, for example, the RSI, and that is all looking good. So as long as we are holding above this trend line, I think we can keep up that uptrend. So that's really good. Anybody who bought, any channel member, for example, who bought with my buy orders and waits for an exit, you could just exit as soon as we break below that trend line. Yeah, but personally, I'm going to hold. And for me, it's more of a longer term game. I'm not holding through everything, but I want to wait for that, for these juicy 2, 3, 4 X's that I want to see before I take profits. All right, that's my view here on XRP. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and also subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.